It's the kid, 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 it's the kid. It's your main man here, Double H, half hope, trying to live, trying to survive, trying to be that main dude, giving you that extra Salini, that extra Ballini, giving you all that beautiful, amazing Friday night's goodness, man. So, guys, man, look, man, this is what it is, man. We're here to talk, we're here to break down stuff and give you a nice little welcoming presents for the upcoming weekend that's coming up right now. So look, man, hopefully we should be joined by your boy Red Devil Studio, aka RDS, as we do every Friday. Because I told him that, bro, you're supposed to be here every freaking Friday. So RDS should be here. Red Devil Studio should be here and so forth. Remember, guys, if you haven't already, check out my other channel, man, Half Hope Thoughts, man, where I just do random stuff. You know, me and Red Devil Studio, we talked about, we did a little Goku versus Superman, little battle, man, which was fun. So if you just want some non-football goodness, just something different, check us out there. Also, as well, I've been reminding you, on Twitch, we're back. Later after this, we're back on Twitch. And yes, we're going to be doing pro clubs. It's going to be an all-nighter. I've bought myself like 2 bottles of freaking mixed fruit, strawberry, and limes. We're going to be having an all-nighter back doing a thing there on the football Salini there, man. So I just thought this could be a nice little brief, about an hour or so breakdown of the latest in the football news that has been happening. So have your meal, have your drink. I've got my meal over here. Malta Guinness, cut that freaking check. And if there's anything you want to add to the show, feel free to use the super chat function. We call them dubs here. So long as your name is not Daddy Uso or English Talents FC, feel free to use that super chat function. And I'll do my best to answer your various burning questions. And just as a little reminder, as we near the end of this transfer window, Marina Granovskaya, Bruce Bock, Bram, and so forth, I sextuple dare you. I sextuple dare you to come into the end of the transfer window and I don't see a new player coming through. I triple dare you. And here he is, man. Magpie. I distinctly sense the invite to RDS. What the hell are you doing here?
I mean, I haven't been here for a while as well. And you know, if you see Newcastle transfer window, we're making moves, man.
Yes, it's on the docket. It's on the docket.
We're
says Bruno
making
Guimarães.
moves.
So
you know what I mean? So RDS, unfortunately, you know, United, much like Chelsea, they don't seem to. They've been flopping in this transfer window, man. They don't look like they're signing anybody at all. And I think that there's a depression element to United and Chelsea
even
fans.
for United as well. I was saying, like, I mean, no, bro, like the whole Chelsea thing is what, because I was talking to the Chelsea crew, and because Eric said that, oh no, Chelsea are not buying anyone this window, and I was like, that's not happening, because I distinctly told my Marina and so forth before January that I want a left back. So Magpies, I am getting a left back by the end of this transfer window.
Okay.
Hook by crook, that is happening.
Okay.
So, like I'm not even now worried, because Chelsea,
so what happens
into the rest of the season with Marcos Alonso as the main left back? That can happen.
So what happens if Chelsea don't get a left back? Because that's obviously a possibility, you know. So
Magpies, I'll use my favorite phrase, which is, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay.
But I just hope and I pray that we will not have to cross that bridge.
I think there's more of a likelihood of us signing a left back than Chelsea signing a left back in this window.
Newcastle?
Newcastle, yeah, of course, Newcastle, man. Like, of course, like I said, Avengers us. Lingard, as far as I'm concerned, is a Newcastle United player. That deal has to be done. I think we'll push to get that.
Also, are Newcastle still looking to do that to this window?
I mean, that's the ideal. Manchester United have been very they say want to say screw him, but I just suspect that it's going to be one of those deals that, like, it's going to be that 10 o'clock on a Monday deal where they just eventually reach a compromise, and I think that Lingard will at least come to us.
So is the Lingard, is that a loan or
that'll be a
option to buy
loan.
or a buy?
That'll be a loan. I seen it'll be a loan. I don't know. I doubt they'll include an option to buy. So because like Lingard presumably is going to have like a lot of potential suitors, but Newcastle might be one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we cover his wages, which we can obviously because we're freaking rich, man, and then and pay his loan fee, then we'll get him. So then that's what I've lost track of how many signs. Like that'll be our fourth signing, I think, of the Jan.
No, you see, like, no, the way Newcastle are moving, it does make me feel sick because, like, that's what Chelsea should be doing. Chelsea are. But wait, are you the guys that signed Lucadini, or was that someone else?
No, that was Villa. Villa signed.
Sorry, that was
Villa
Villa.
signed. But even to be honest, Villa made these. I mean, they signed Lucadini and Coutinho all in January, and then so respect Villa, man.
No. Because my thing is, it's like I think. Because
and those are good signings
for Chelsea. Because like likewise, Chelsea are signing someone in this window. That has to happen.
Okay. Is it because? I mean, my theory, and then just hear me out here. My theory behind Chelsea potentially not signing anyone is that I assume the assumption was that Lukaku is still going to ball. So therefore, there's no need really to sign anyone.
You don't need to rub it in, man.
No. I'm like, just.
I know Newcastle are doing well and so forth.
I'm a lowly Newcastle fan trying to survive relegation. You don't have to worry about us. I'm just saying, as an outsider, like maybe it might, because the expectation is that Chelsea will be fine with Lukaku doing his thing, and obviously Mendy's going to be coming back from the AFCON soon, so he'll be able to do something. Is that a possible theory, or that I don't know, maybe maybe players like Christian Pulisic and Ziyech can do stuff as well. Like there's like
as I said again, I envy Newcastle's moves, and I wish that Newcastle would be doing the things that you guys could be doing. But as I said again, you don't have to rub it in, bro. That's what I said. You don't have to rub it in. So let's roll now to our first topic, man. And this one is slightly depressing because it goes with the theme of what's been happening, man. So sorry, it's not that one. It's this one right here. So Liverpool close to buying Luis Diaz, man. So I think I sort of spoke about this earlier on within the day, and it looks like if it's a reality, man. I think Luis Diaz is a guy who we saw how this guy played in the Copa America. We saw what this guy was able to do and how this guy was able to roll. And this guy's a baller. This guy's a very expensive baller. And we already have our questions about Sadio Mane. And Sadio Mane may not really be that to do. He may have lost his LDO powers. But this is the kind of statement signing that I wanted Chelsea to make. Because I always like Klopp is one of those guys that can improve players. This is already a player with immense, amazing ability that can score goals out of nothing. So if you were to put this guy in the hands of someone like a Jurgen Klopp, oh wow, I shudder to think what he's able to freaking do, and because again, look, he may not work out, but the initial signing of it, based on what we've seen, again, YouTube partners can't give you everything, but based on because my thing is that you can't just look at it as, oh, they're getting that Luis Diaz guy that we've seen from FC Porto and Colombia doing this stuff. No. They are getting that talent who could potentially be something even more. That's what you're saying to yourself. Salah was quality for Roma, but look at what he's right now. Salah for Liverpool right now is about 5 times the player that he was. Sadio Mane was pretty good for Southampton. He came to Liverpool. Look at how incredible the player is right now. So, and bro, Lewandowski really should attribute how he attributes a lot of his game and his development from Klopp. So Klopp has produced a lot of truly has taken players from here to here, man. So RDS, man. Oh, sorry, Magpies rather. Diaz to Liverpool, man. How big is this signing? How much of a big move is this, man?
It's so is my mic okay? Can you hear me still?
No,
I can
it's
change it quickly.
it sounded like you were in Mordor or something. Yeah. I was like, what the hell?
What's going on? So I had to just change it a
Like
bit. So.
I mean, have you destroyed the ring? I thought Sauron was defeated, man. So,
No, I'm alive, man. No, it's just these Geordies, man. You know, you know, but they're good
look,
bunch of people, man. Though.
I didn't sell you to go to a place without any black people, so you have to deal with the consequences.
Hey, man, it's not just black anymore, man. It's Arab, man. You know, so like we're all partnering, man. It's all good, man. It's all good. But anyway, like this is an amazing signing for Liverpool, and I think this really just kind of cements, Liverpool's plans, going forward, and shows just how big of a club Liverpool are. Because you look at like Spurs, for example, and
we'll get to Spurs.
No, I think
everybody has rejected, and I think if Tottenham, what's the name of that girl? Cash Me Outside, the girl who did that song, that really. Basically, Tottenham can offer like a 5-year-old girl who plays soccer in America a contract, and she'll turn them down. So the amount of people that turn down Tottenham is messed. Like, it's almost as bad as Arsenal.
Yeah,
it's almost as bad as Arsenal. But yeah.
And the thing is that like I don't know what was said to Conte to convince him to come to Spurs. To be honest, I really don't. Like I is it the money? Is it because I just have no idea what? But anyway, that's Spurs. So we'll come to it. But as far as Liverpool concerned, I mean, I am generally concerned about what Klopp can do with this type of player. I mean, even to be fair, Jota, who came from Wolves, I'm not saying Jota has reached the heights of, say, peak Manuel Salah, but he's still come clutch. I mean, you saw what happened against Arsenal, for example. So he's still, I mean, compared to certain other big forward signings, which will remain nameless at this point, Jota's been that dude. So, he,
No, but I think you hit the nail on the head, which is that the reason why, and that's why I said, like, you have to understand where I'm coming from. I'm not looking at what Luis Diaz is now. I'm looking at what Luis Diaz could become.
Exactly.
So, like, basically, if let's say a club like a Real Madrid bought him or something, Real Madrid are guys who buy finished articles. So you're like, no. So my thing about Klopp is that, bro, like, whether it's Lewandowski, whether it's wait, are you outside?
No, I'm inside. What is it? Can you hear? Is it breezy or something?
Breezy. I hear like just a little like.
Right, 1 second. Let me. 2 seconds.
Okay, she's backwards. Hope you're safe, bro. But my thing is what this guy can become. Because for me,
is that better? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Okay,
yeah,
go on.
You see, like Lewandowski is Lewandowski because of what Klopp did. Klopp was a major reason why Lewandowski was a very particular kind of a striker who played a very particular kind of a way. Klopp took Salah. Salah, yeah, he was good for Roma, but Salah for Roma he wasn't world class. He wasn't amazing. Under Klopp, he took him to that very next level, and it's almost to the point where it's almost like the whole Ten Hag tax that we have of like, oh, geez, are these guys basically you look at how guys say that, if you're not playing under Ten Hag, what can you do? Hala, 0 goals. At thing, you look at how De Jong has struggled. Now, I'm not going to say Salah is a system metrics or guys are system metrics, but you can see that. Perfect example is Trent. I think Trent relies on Klopp's system and his coaching and where he fits in. So, and the thing is about it is that I do believe that unlike Chelsea, where the manager doesn't even get to pick the players, this guy has been earmarked and picked out by your boy Jurgen Klopp, which is why imagine if he takes him. We know this guy can score crazy goals. This guy can drill. This guy can do amazing skills. Imagine if he now refines him and harnesses him. Like, basically, this is a guy that can just take Liverpool to a whole new plateau.
And just out of curiosity, would he be eligible to play in the Champions League for Liverpool? Like Milivojevic?
No, because I tweeted this out and I said it's because they said that they changed the rules, I think, in 2018.
Okay, fine. Okay.
So because my thing was like, wait a minute. And they said, he can play. So obviously,
bro, when I said to when I can't remember, was it weeks back when I was talking about like it was somewhat Liverpool being like potentially like favorites and stuff, you know, like potentially winning significant silverware. This season anyway. I'm not talking about last season's win, because hopefully by then, with a couple of transfer windows, you know, and a bit of money spent, Newcastle going to be, you know, going to be saying what's up. But in the meantime, while we like wait and like watch and see what our rivals are doing, Liverpool could be very dangerous this season. And a signing like this, potentially a momentum signing like this in January, you know, Liverpool technically are still competing for the Premier League. That's not over. Then the Champions League, they've got a EFL Cup final, then the FA Cup as well. I mean, you know, they could do something, is what I'm saying. They could do something that, you know, that could be significant for Liverpool Football Club. Let's put it that way. And all it really takes is a momentum sign like this, and for him to hit the ground running, like you can make an argument Jota did when he came to Liverpool.
And my thing is that he is needed, because I think Firmino is finished. You know, I don't think he's as effective as he was during that 2018 season, which I think it was his best season. Sadio Mane, let's keep it real. I think LDO has left the building. So when he now puts into effect that these guys have not really been firing the way that they normally do, this is what is needed to refreshen their attack.
I didn't see the thing, but how much is he going to cost Liverpool?
I think I saw. So Liverpool set to hijack Tottenham's move for £37.5 million Porto winger.
So how is
Liverpool are looking to finalize an initial £37.5 million deal?
So can I? Okay, I don't mean to troll. That's RDS does that, but surely as a Chelsea fan with something like this, with this potential,
Magpies.
surely it's no. But what I'm trying to understand is that when Liverpool are making this type of signing, and you're saying that Chelsea spent a combined amount of 170 million on Lukaku and Werner.
Magpies.
But bro, how does that work, man?
Magpies. This is why I don't carry any sharp objects around my vicinity or so forth.
Okay.
Because if you're telling me that this dude is worth 37 million,
yeah,
and some crackhead, numbskull pieces of garbage, knuckle-headed morons spent 70 million, a combined 100 and something million on three guys who I don't know who they are. That's why I am fearful. And that is why, like, I don't even want to be in the same room as Murray, because again, this is why you need certain guys. How much did Lewandowski cost club for Dortmund? It was peanuts.
Yes. Yeah,
how much did Salah cost?
Yeah.
How much did Mane cost?
Yeah.
Like, just think about it. Salah and Mane, they cost next to nothing.
Yeah.
Because do you know what that is? Scouting.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, nobody's looking at this dude. Nobody's looking at this dude. And that's just, it is smart scouts, because you know what it is? It's like, this player is not there yet, because that's when nobody is looking.
Yeah.
There's no hype around him.
Yeah.
But I can see the raw materials, that if you give me these raw materials, I can build something special. Because if you see something that's a finished article or hype, then there's a big price on it. Again, Havertz, hype. With hype, the price gets bumped up. Lukaku, one good season, hype. But Salah at Roma, who was looking at Salah at Roma? Nobody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good and everything. Bro, nope. Mane at Southampton was just, oh yeah, he's a pretty good Premier League player and so forth. He's doing pretty well for that team. But nobody was looking at him. And that's what you do, is that you have smart scouting where there's no hype. With no hype, it's a low freaking price. And you get that because you're like, no, I can see something nobody else can see.
Do you think that the possibly the reason why Chelsea aren't signing anyone like the dude is because they feel they've still got Sal on loan, and that might impedes.
I don't know. No, it's not my way to say that. Don't stress me out here.
Because
because there is no excuse, because
okay,
you knew that Chilwell was out for the season.
Okay.
And if there was actually a synergy between the manager and the people making the decisions, you will know that, oh, I need a left back because Marcus Alonso is garbage. So I need a replacement left back for this team. And based off of injuries and so forth, we perhaps need another attacking player. Or we need a creative player. But first and foremost, you need a left back. Or a guy who will play left and right. Because with James being injured, Chilwell is out for the season. As for the is going to be on his way out. So, because it's very simple. The difference is this. Klopp is making the decisions as to the players that's coming. So every player that comes in fits into his system and so forth. At Chelsea, because Chelsea are special, the people making the decisions have nothing to do with the manager. So they'll say, oh, this guy has some really, like this YouTube show reel has like 5 million views. The kids think he's amazing. Buy him. Werner Havertz were bought because of YouTube highlights. You're laughing. Wait. I didn't crack a joke. Like,
but they seem they're very expensive. I mean, Havertz was what? Wasn't he 80 million, close to 100 something? Like that's. So wait.
You know how much it was?
Wait. So let me wait. I'm just trying to get this again. Like I said, I've got no dog in the fight. I'm just trying to survive relegation. So, but Havertz was 80. Werner was 70. Lukaku was 100. I don't even know how much Pulisic and Hakim Ziyech were. Like, so we're talking about because wait, I mean, to be fair,
there's no way Werner was 70. How much?
Werner was he 60 or something? He was 60. So Werner was 60. Havertz was at least like 80, including adults. Lukaku was 100.
No. Werner was 47.6.
Is that including? Is that you?
No,
pounds sterling,
million pounds.
Yeah,
53 million euros. It was 53 million euros.
50 million. Okay. So the point I'm trying to make is that like when you combine all those players, Werner, Ziyech, Pulisic, Lukaku, and Havertz, that figure probably comes close to potentially 500 million plus. Like, could you make an argument that like because you go on a Barcelona for spending money on duds and flops and the money they spent on Griezmann and Coutinho and Dembele, could you make a case that Chelsea have done the exact same thing, given that like you think that the front forward line of Chelsea is nowhere near better than it was? I mean, they won a Champions League, so maybe it's not all bad, but you kind of see the point I'm trying to make. Like, as that 500 million, they created a flop. Is Chelsea's front line better than it should be, or like, what do you think? Or have they done a Barcelona?
Magpies, you make it a fair point. Although Coutinho is still the greatest finesse in football history, so we didn't go to the finesse routes. But
okay,
you sure? No. You do make a fair point. You make
he was 100, yeah. Do you think that Lukaku might potentially be coming close to a finesse situation?
No. Magpies, let's see how the story progresses. Because if Lukaku doesn't shape up or so forth, we could be looking at top, because we'll do a top 5. We could be looking at top 5 finesses in football history.
Right.
So Lukaku, he better shape up right there, because he's on the grass. We have this grass background.
Yeah.
He's more on the grass than he's actually on his feet. So look, we'll see. Okay. From Larina Lanovskaya. What is a Luis Diaz? I'm not buying Took. Took is a brick. And that is why you're a freaking loser. You're crap at your job. Get out of your freaking job. You're completely garbage. Piece of crap. Miguel Rabinez, man. Thank you for the dub, man. Just letting you know, I watched Peru versus Colombia, and Diaz did F-all in that match. Arriba, Peru. No, look, he's not going to be amazing in every match. Okay? He's not going to be amazing in every match. So, but the thing is, he's a talent. You can't deny that. Again, I'll repeat again. They're not signing a peak Messi or a peak Neymar. But what they do have is a guy that's money and has money ability. And the thing is, what can Klopp take from a guy that is like this And can he take a guy from here to the next level? That's the key. From your boy Lakobum, give the double Lakobum. There's more chance of drowning Aquaman in your local swimming pool than Chelsea signing. You see, that's just sick.
That's sad.
That's messed up.
That's
That's
sad.
messed up. If CFC admin tweets on this day, then a new signing. No. It's no.
Yeah.
But do you know how bad it is? Let me even bring up this tweet. This is how you know it's bad, because let me bring up this tweet. And this is like Chelsea's primary reporter, Maslow. And when you see what this guy, what the fuck? Wait. The hell? All right, when you just see what this guy wrote, then you'll see.
Oh, a bit of break. Oh, go on.
Yeah. Okay. Now look at what this clown. And this is why I want to slash my wrists.
Okay.
This is why I want to slash my wrists. I explain why doing nothing is almost certainly better than doing anything for Chelsea over the closing days of the transfer window. Oh, wait, forget the transfer. But
yeah.
Why doing not? So this is why you have guys who are on the payroll.
Okay.
So he's obviously saying, because of what, let me try and explain why Chelsea doing nothing in a very important transfer window with a squad plagued by injuries, why that is better. There is no way you can spin it, you dumb flipping moron. It's bad. You cannot spin anything like, well, by Chelsea not signing players and keeping the same squad, it will keep the same cohesion and everything. Rather, just no. It's not about going out and just buying anybody. Buy a freaking left back. And also Magpies. Any left back is better than Marcos Alonso. Anybody. So that's just trash, man. And from your boy Malong Mamadou William George Sarr. CFC fans looking for a left back, look no further. I'm here. Malang Sarr, thank you. You've done a good job. You're better than Alonso, but we actually need a proper left back, my dear sir. Abrit Fair. Sorry, HH. Inter got the best left back available. Oh, yeah, Inter got Gossens from Atalanta, the German player. Again, that would have been great for Chelsea, but again, our scouts are class B. Brian, bro, is Mag on the Enterprise? Where's RDS? Diaz on the bench. So were you on the Enterprise? It sounded like you were on the Enterprise.
It's just an average, Friday night in Newcastle, man. So just relax, man.
Newcastle. From La Cobham again says, if Tottenham had Tinder.
Oh man.
That's deep, man. That's deep.
Jeez.
From Wingwubani, CFC fans really hyped Miranda because of. Do you know he's right? Do you know there was a time when people were like, oh my gosh, Marina, like she's so pretty, she's so beautiful, and she's the best in the world, when she sort of got a lot of money from sales and so forth. Now you're now seeing the reality of the situation that she's an amazing businesswoman. Amazing.
Yeah.
She knows nothing about football.
Like Ed Woodward.
Zero concept.
At United, apparently.
Sorry, what is it?
I said like what was it, that Ed Woodward guy at Manchester United?
Oh yeah. So these are people who are just in banking and business. They have no idea about the balance. That is what makes like a guy like a Marotta so good. Is where it's a business, but you also want to get good players. That's why it goes back to freaking scouting. Because Marina, why did he sign off on 70 mil for Havertz? Why? That's a lot of money. So imagine you had 70 mil. If you have 70 mil, be very careful of what if you use it. Chelsea been trying to chase this Jules.
RDS did tell me that, I don't know, who was someone on the hangout that mentioned about Havertz potentially being the new German Zidane or something. Do you recall that information?
I don't really recall that.
Okay,
Sorry.
there was something about him being the German Sedan or something like that. So
I
he was
don't
going to
recall that
ball,
at all.
and maybe
I mean, I'll try and share, but my
yeah,
memory does not
no,
recall it at all. No,
just
sorry.
because maybe she listened to that person. Who
Oh,
knows?
yeah. I
You know.
mean, yeah. From Abdallah Lamiman, big up HH and Agpies. Can you? Yes, I will. I will put this and the one previous on Patreon and don't worry, man. All the live shows and everything. I've just been had so much to do, but yeah, all the live shows and so forth will be on Patreon, man. Don't worry, bro. I shall. And Mr. Man says, have you watched the Simeone doc? Very in. F no. But Magpies, have you seen the Neymar doc?
I'm going to watch that this weekend, actually. So yeah, like just in
Yeah, no,
time.
because actually, so in guys, so for guys who don't have Netflix or so forth, I will be doing a watch party for the Neymar doc either Saturday or Sunday. So for guys who have Netflix or so forth and want to watch the Neymar doc, I'll be doing in our Discord. Content Crack Addicts will be doing a watch party for that. Because yeah, I've watched it. It is it's good. It's good.
Fair enough. Okay. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it then.
Like it's one of those things where you know how, because my fear was, oh, they're just gonna try and make Neymar look to be this amazing person who is, but no, they actually show both sides.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh wow, it was really like as objective as it could be, a documentary showing a good side of him and a very bad side of him. And I'm like, okay, like, and as I mean, because I don't want to spoil it for you, so you watch it because you will, especially the Barca thing. It now makes sense. That Barca thing now it now makes a lot more sense now.
I see. See.
From your boy Josh Berman, thank you, bro. Let's go, HH. Liverpool making a signing. I'd like to thank HH for the journey. Josh, again, Josh, huge Liverpool fan, man. For long time supporter, man. Thank you for the support, bro. Josh, I just wish that we could like borrow your scouting team for Chelsea. I will then give it back to you. That's what I asked. Liverpool, can we just borrow your scouting team? Or can we just borrow Klopp? Let's just borrow Klopp just for one window. Actually, no, two. Let's borrow Klopp just for 2 windows and then we'll give him back, please. Thank you. All right, guys, let's keep
sorry, just one thing I noticed on that Twitter thing that you shared. I'm assuming it's breaking news. Why does it say Frank Lampard is going to be managing Everton Football Club or coming to manage Everton Football Club? Because it looks like, and I just checked it, and like it looks like Fabrizio himself has said that Frank Lampard is going to be announced as Everton manager in the coming hours. Is this something that's going to be discussed on this? Well, as someone who was an advocate as a Frank Lampard, complicated Chelsea show from what I hear and all that.
Look, Magpies, again, I wish him all the luck in the world.
Okay.
Now, Magpies, if I was advising him, I'd say, because Frank, I think, has really bad advisors around him. Because if people cared about Lampard like I do, based off what he did for Chelsea, I'd say,
when do Chelsea play Everton again?
Oh, I'm not sure. I need to check that. Oh, I'm sure he wants revenge. But because all the things that Lamps, are you really sure? Are you really sure that you want to really be a manager in the Premier League? And remember, this isn't like championship level or so forth. I don't have the kind of quality players that they have at Chelsea. But look, Marcus, he could do well. But Marcus, I just wouldn't advise him to. Because I just don't think that management is your thing. But I'll be more than happy to be proven wrong, man. Shout out to your boy Barry. Shout out to HH and Magpies making Fridays enjoyable. Man, we do our thing, man. We do our thing, man. And guys, also remember as well, even if this is Magpies, Red Devil said that I should always do this. Subscribe to the Red Devil Studio, man. If you haven't already, subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Hit that sub button to Red Devil Studio, man. Give him your guys some support. So, guys, let's now move over to our next thingy right now. So what time do I? Yeah, let's go. So Aubameyang. Aubameyang. Now this, I actually want to hear what you even think about this one, but let me just give my thoughts real brief here. So this is your boy Aubameyang, who apparently has been ousted from the ranks of Arsenal, man. So he was left out of the Dubai trip that Arsenal had, like a sort of preseason Dubai trip. And now Barcelona, who remember, are looking for a striker. Look with 2 years ain't it. Depay isn't really a striker. And shout out to your boy, but bless his soul. to the dude who's a rich man. I've forgotten his name. And Braithwaite. This could be interesting. And this is what I would say for Arsenal. Are you sure you want to burn this bridge? And that's what Adebayo said. Like, Arsenal does not know how to forgive because it will make Arsenal look. Remember, Arsenal, Vlahovic, you try to get Vlahovic, he's now gone. Do you know that you're going to be able to get a top striker? Because, see, if Arsenal had secured Vlahovic, let Aubameyang go, then that's fine because Vlahovic is a great replacement. But he didn't. Vlahovic has now gone to Juventus. He's officially a Juve player. So you're now letting go because Arsenal, you don't want a situation to be you don't have a striker. You're stuck with lack of threats. And what if Aubameyang actually somehow regains his form and starts balling and scoring for Barcelona? That will make Arsenal look really bad. And then some Arsenal fans are saying that, bro, like, what did this guy do? Because Arsenal fans say, wait a minute. Tell us what this guy did. Because it's the same thing with Ozil. Bro, do you know how useful Ozil would have been for Arsenal? But we all know that for Ozil, that was political. But with this right now, how can we judge whether it is right for Aubameyang to be treated like this or not if we don't know what the guy did? Because what if it is revealed what he did, it ain't that deep, and you're going to allow him to now be sold to Barcelona, and you don't even have a replacement as a striker? Because for Barcelona, of course, now it depends what the price is. But for Barca, of course, it's worth it, bro. Depending on the price. Magpies, talk to me. Are your thoughts on this?
I guess it's kind of really sad to see. I mean, I can't remember it. Like, it's almost like he went from hero to zero so quickly, and everything changed when he signed that contract. You know, as soon as he signed that before he signed the contract, we saw him at his best. You know, basically sending Liverpool and City out of the FA Cup, and then they're winning the FA Cup for Arsenal. I think that was probably one of Arsenal's and Mikel Arteta's best moments of recent history. Just the manner in which they won the FA Cup. I think they beat on their way. I think they beat Liverpool, Chelsea, Liverpool, City, and then I think it was Chelsea in the final. I think did they beat Chelsea in the? Yes, yeah, it was Chelsea.
Doubtful.
Yeah, it was Chelsea. Yeah, and it was Lampard that was in charge. Yes, it was. Yeah. Sorry, my mind was gone. But yeah, that was one of the best moments for Arsenal in quite some time. And then to go from that to he signs a contract, and it's just like he's just a completely different player. So the obvious thing to think is like, oh, he signed a mega deal that he's got him paid for life, and now he's just down tools because he's happy and he's content. Or maybe he generally wanted to leave, you know, Arsenal and fight for, you know, trophies, etc. And that's an argument. Maybe he was promised by Arsenal that, because you know, the Cronkies did say that Arsenal would be back in the Champions League at some point. Because people seem to forget that Aubameyang was a baller at Dortmund, and he was playing. Yeah. They were somewhat competing for the Bundesliga and doing decently in the Champions League. Now to go from that to Arsenal, where no champion, like, has Aubameyang ever played in the Champions League for Arsenal? No. Have they ever been close to competing for title? No. They've not won any major, even any European trophies. So there is an argument to be had where Aubameyang's like, well, hang on a minute. Okay, yeah, I've got the money. I mean, force, I've got no one's in for me, so I kind of had to sign a new contract. But actually, I'm actually not happy at Arsenal Football Club. I want to be competing for trophies. I want to be playing the regular Champions League because that's my level. You know, is that like why are we just focusing solely on his disciplinary situation when, like, it's almost like people forgotten that this player was a dude that was playing at the highest level, and now he should be satisfied, like, finishing 8th every season with Arsenal. Do you kind of see what I'm trying to say?
Oh no, yeah. I mean, but can you see what's on the screen now? No, because it was just in reference to how he's never played in the Champions League with Arsenal.
I mean, you know, so. Yeah, I mean, it's I'm sure is that Mount next to him?
Oh no, that's not Mount. No, that's not
different
Mount.
kid. No,
No.
so goodness knows what Mason Mount would have looked like the last time. Like,
Maybe he was like a sperm or something.
I was gonna say, still just literally just being birthed right then, you know. So it's just it's a shame, but yeah, I think
No. I mean, it's like but do you get my idea of like what did he do? Like, what did he do? Like, I can understand why it can't be revealed, but you can see where we can't make any judgments on Aubameyang when we don't know. With the Ozil thing, when we found out what he apparently did, it was like, really? Because he took a stand for that, you basically asked him for, then it's like that's messed up. So it could be the same thing of like, okay, it's not that deep. Why are you so like this with this dude now? So, but because my things, look, Barca need a striker. He is a brick now, but just like with Martial, because I even want to even maybe touch base with you on Martial. Like just like with Martial, maybe a whole new country, new environment, new team, new set of tactics will just sort of reset something in your brain because the ability is there. And in football, people go in and out of form. You know, like at this, well, you know, they always say what's it called? Form is temporary, class is permanent. You know, so form will always come in and out, always come in and out. So just about the issue, just now getting you back on form because they like with someone like Timo Werner, that's a lost cause because there's nothing there. But with this guy, no, bro. When he arrived at Arsenal, he was arguably one of the most clinical strikers in the world. So you can't just say, "Oh, that's just lost and gone, man." It makes no sense, man. And
no, it's a good. It'll be good. As you said, Barcelona striker at the end of the day, it'd be a good. I think it'd be a good signing for Barca in that aspect because they do need to score goals somehow. They've got a tough game against Napoli in the Europa League playoff for the round of 16, I think, and then obviously even just getting top 4. So Aubameyang could be the difference to secure, you know, potentially the Europa League Cup, and then even securing top 4.
Relax,
You know?
relax. Okay, hold on.
So
your boy Evertonian Rory Jennings. Oh, interesting. Very happy day today. Super Frank back. Hashtag Wet Dreams. So Rory Jennings, since you're such a Lampard apologist, why don't you support Everton? Because you were the one who hated so much your boy Lampard getting sacked. So now that Lampard is now the Everton manager, go support Everton, man.
what happens if Everton beat Chelsea somehow with Frank Lampard in charge?
Everton can beat Chelsea like 7-8-0.
Okay.
That's a dictator. That's tyrant. Him leaving was one of the happiest days of my life. Okay, one of the happiest days of my life.
Okay.
Detroit's Rock City, man. Shouts to you, HH and RDS. Hashtag Larsa. Hater for life. Hashtag Hostage FC. Hashtag I can't wait to meet you. Well, hold up. You see,
wait.
You almost got me there. You always got me hype, man. You always relax. We'll see. Lil, man. Lil. From Abdul, Dembele ain't leaving equals Oba impossible wage cap. This is true. Yes, I've got the Aubameyang deal can only go through if they sort out Dembele.
And Dembele hasn't found a new club.
And Dembele does not want so to leave. But also, I was hearing that there may be like a Chelsea Dembele thing. Okay. And my thing is, I'll be real with you. If I was putting money on it, between now and Monday, I don't think they're going to make a deal for. Who the hell wants Dembele?
Would you be happy with Dembele at Chelsea?
I need medical assurances. If I have medical assurances, give me the ooze. Okay. Give me medical assurances, fitness assurances. The biggest thing with Dembele is what are your assurances the guy's going to be fit? If you can give me fully fit assurances, hell yes, 100%. Remember, he's worked with Tuchel before.
Oh yes, he did at Dortmund. Yes, he did. Yes,
exactly. So you know that can rekindle things. Abdul again says Maguire, Fred, AWB, Sancho, Pogba, 400 million euros, 0 trophies. Now, my point, I know that's artists and so forth, but that dub is real. That's a real dub. That's like a real dub. So, do you have any thoughts on that dub? Because I think 400 mil, 0 trophies. It's a lot of cash.
I think the thing I don't understand is that I think maybe one or two of those players did win some trophies under Mourinho, didn't they?
Maguire didn't. I don't think AWB did.
Yeah, because
Yeah, because AW and Sancho and Maguire were Ollie's signings, so they didn't. But I think
Pogba
Pogba did win it with a trophy, and I
And was
think
Fred in that team?
Was he in the team there?
I'm not sure Fred was in that Europa League team.
No, I don't think he was.
No.
So basically, it was
Only Pogba.
It was just Pogba in that. So I guess he's right, but technically not.
From Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. Davy is not my son. Believe me, anybody can tell me that is my son. Now, Magpie.
Is this a spoiler?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
like his son is in it, but there's no mention of like whether so it's not. But I just want just to look at his child in this thing, and I want you to tell me, as a black man, do you believe that is Neymar's child? Just look at his child again, because I think his child is now grown. Tell me whether that, because we're going to have a full discussion on this on Sunday. Tell me whether truthfully that is his child. That's all I want to know.
Is this like an Adama Traore situation?
No, this is more of like, do you know that TV show where it says you are not the father, and then the guy starts doing flips and so forth? It's more like that. It's more like, I think you need a second opinion on whether that is your child, because Magpie. Now, I don't know how to say this, so I'll just say it, because the woman could have been like, okay, this is actually someone else's child. But you okay, no, well, let's not
Oh dear.
First says, check Instagram DM. This man needs to be restrained. Oh my god, what is this right now? What is this right now that you sent me, man?
Is this a Frank Lampard thing?
Well, let's wait and see, man. Let us see what I've been sent in my Instagram DM, man. Oh, don't worry. We're gonna get to that. When we get to the tweets section, we're gonna get to that. Trust me, because there's something I want to bring up. It's very interesting. Yeah, right. I've seen that it's on the docket. Don't worry. When we get to the tweets, we'll come there. Now, Magpies, it's time for you to take center stage.
Okay.
It's time for you to take center stage. Because where we're right now. So Bruno Guimarães. Bruno Guimarães, man. They are making their moves. Now, here's the thing. See, I'm a very simple man. I have not seen any footage of him for Lyon, but I'm old school. If you're Brazilian and there's any noise made about you, you probably have some moves within you. And we already know that Sam Maxima is the only guy with that kind of psychology. So Sam Maxima may now have a cohort in this, and I believe this guy is part of the Brazil national team.
Yeah.
So this is a big move. And I believe, were Spurs trying to get him?
Yeah, I think he rejected Spurs.
He rejected Spurs. So those are another player that he rejected. And for me, so I can only imagine how much Newcastle may be offering this guy as a wage package, or how much they even offered Leon. But I think for me, this is a big move for Newcastle. Newcastle, they're making these moves right now because we'll look at because I want to bring up the tables afterwards, man. But because my thing always was how active are Newcastle going to be, because this window could make or break whether they survive relegation. Because in relegation, all you need are just 2 or 3 players to give you that extra thing, and then boom. Because in the relegation battle, you just need 2-3 wins. Changes your whole outlook.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of the relegation battle is trying to get that win. And when you get that win, that just can boost you. But the difficulty is getting that win. So if you can just get, because Watford, Norwich, these guys simply don't have the funds to buy anybody in this window. Newcastle.
Well, I mean, you know, I've said several times already that like we've effectively relegated Burnley anyway, because we basically took their top scorer in Chris Wood, you know, and signed him. So you know, so we already signed Chris Wood. So that's goodbye, you know, bye Burnley. It was fun, it was good, but you know, who's going to score your goals? So as far as I'm concerned, Burnley aren't a threat anymore. Watford, I don't think they're a threat either, because they don't really seem to know what they're doing regarding management. So I don't think they're an issue.
Oh yeah, so, Roy Hodgson.
You know,
now, Marcus, I want to be very respectful here. I'm very respectful here. I think Watford's people. I think they went to a retirement home.
Yeah.
And I think they put a gun to his head and just said, "You come and marry to us, or we're gonna cut this drip off of you." And because for me, bro, after Palace, they gave him like a sending away. I think he retired.
Exactly, he retired. It's like,
so my thing is,
how the hell did they get Roy Hodgson? Unless they promised him, like, I literally have no idea how they got him back unless they promised him mega bucks. I'm surprised that Big Sam didn't. Maybe they approached Big Sam. Who knows? Because that would be the standard choice to go for relegation. Team.
Wait. I'm just looking at this right now. Magpies, he won't. I'm considering that Lampard, it will not get Everton relegated. He will not. Lampard will not get Everton relegated.
Is that some sort of weird reverse jinx
situation? No, okay.
So
Lampard will get them relegated. I didn't know Everton were this far down.
Yeah, we're literally only, what is it? We've got 15 points. We're only 4 points behind Everton. Okay, they've got a game in hand against.
Yeah, game in hand.
But still,
and actually, pretty good form. I mean, look at that. Wow, 4 losses. I mean, I think Lampard will give them a new manager bounce. But look at that, 4 losses in 5. And Newcastle. We actually have one win in their last three games.
Norwich and Newcastle actually have the best form in the bottom 5 right now. So even
if Newcastle win the game in hand, they're home free.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the thing about this table. I mean, look at a lot of those teams at the bottom. Like technically, it's 24 games. This is week 24, and you can see that like most of the teams in the bottom 7 have like multiple games in hand. Like Leeds have got 3, they've got 3 to play. Everton have got 4. Norwich have 2. Newcastle have 3 games to play. Watford have 4 games. Burnley have like 6 games to play in hand. So much like the top of the table, it's very difficult to make any opinions now with all those games.
Yeah, I really believe Newcastle should come out of this. I think they should, because my thing is Watford and Burnley. I just think these guys are in free fall. Norwich, okay, looking good, but see, my thing is, I think that Lampard is going to give them a new bounce. I think it's going to give them a new manager bounce. I think Everton under Lampard, I think they'll be all right. Not great, but I think they'll be good. They'll be good. So I think basically Lampard will give them like a good manager bounce for like 4 or 5 games, and maybe they'll then mellow out. So for Newcastle, but even back to this whole Bruno guy, I mean,
but wasn't Lampard's issue with Chelsea the fact that they could keep clean sheets? Like they had a really bad defensive record. Even when he got them top 4, they were still conceding a lot of goals. It's not a good idea to have a leaky defense if you're trying to survive being relegated. Yeah.
He is getting them home free. Okay. Magpies, one of Chelsea's great players, will not have a relegation on his resume. And Everton, I believe Everton have never been relegated.
No.
Never. Yeah. I think
as far as I'm aware, they haven't.
I think before it was only them and Villa who had never been, but the Villa got relegated. I think Everton are the only team who've never been relegated from the first division ever. So back to your boy Bruno Guimarães. So I mean, like
it's G. It's interesting because
do you think Newcastle's going to make even more signings, or do you think, because remember we're talking a bit about Jesse Lingard? Do you think this is it, or do you think they're going to push for even Jesse Lingard before the Delini?
It was interesting because I mean I didn't even know. I'll be honest, I haven't watched a lot of him, to be honest. So, but from what I hear and what I've been told, like he's actually a defensive midfielder, something that Manchester United and RDS is telling me have been looking for since Kingdom Come. So it is interesting seeing Newcastle United being much more of a bigger club in getting what they want than the likes of United, Chelsea, and even Arsenal this transfer window. But that's it. We're the real deal. We obviously signed Trippier and Chris Wood already, which I think are solid signings. Cambridge United aside, people are going to ban me about Cambridge United, but at the end of the day, like for me, this season it's all about surviving the Premier League and not additional games from FA Cup or Cup games anyway. As far as additional signings go, I mean, we are looking. I don't think the Lingard story is over. I just have this suspicion that we are going to push.
Sorry, hold on. Like, okay, it's one thing where you're like Juju man, and I'm like, okay, Juju man is not a Real Madrid fan. Now I'm a Bayern fan. I'm sorry, maybe I know.
What's the problem here, HH?
I find it fascinating.
Yes.
That among our community streets, tell me if I'm crazy, we have a guy who literally has split personality disorder. This is the same person who at one point, basically it's like what's it called? The Hulk and Bruce Banner. So at one time he's a United fan, another time he's well, I'm sorry, continue.
Don't you want anything to help you clarify, understand, man? But like you just like it's all about the future, isn't it, man? You know, so and the future is black and white, man. Black and white unity, man. So for those who are listening in the show, man, there's always time. Like you might be supporting Chelsea or PSG now. You can start to come the Newcastle hype train. We're gonna see Newcastle United supporters, man, coming out, man. That will always Newcastle United supporters. So it's what's Erhan saying? As far as I'm aware, I mean, I'll pass it on to RDS, but what I would say to Erhan is, if I recall, is Erhan a Spurs fan? It's just, all I'm saying, Erhan, is just keep an eye on us. Is what I'm saying. We're making moves, you know. We're making moves. Go on, HH.
From your boy David Seaman, who says, has 200 million Lukaku won something for Chelsea? Now, David C, I believe you're a United fan. Rather, I know you're a United fan. Now, David, Lukaku did win a trophy, Serie trophy last season. David, how long? I think it's been 6 years since your club won a major trophy. And David, shout out to Miss Smallwood. 6 years is a long time. 6 is a rather large number. So all I'm saying is, relax.
Just on the topic of Lukaku, are you confident that he will get the business done against like something like Leo, for example?
Magpie Studio, we have faith, man. All I can do is we have faith.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Everton, Newcastle, and Lampard's career. Actually, can you just talk a little bit about what you think Lampard can do if he's Everton manager? I just need to just quickly do something in the kitchen very quickly. I'll be back.
Oh yeah, no problem. Okay. What do I think that Lampard can perform as Everton manager? I mean, I'm sure the Chelsea fans listening in the chat, like, what do you guys think he can do? Because for me, when I look back at what Lampard did at Chelsea, you know, so they were probably the most attacking Chelsea team that I've seen. They were very attacking, very progressive, but defensively they were weak, they were whack. And I just think that if you are trying to survive relegation, the two things to survive relegation are the first important thing is you need to stop leaking goals. You need to stop leaking goals and pick up draws, 0-0s, 1-1s, etc. Stop leaking goals, and then you can build on that, sign a forward, and start scoring goals. But at the very least, to survive, you need to be picking up points. My issue with Lampard going to Everton is that, you know, Everton need, in my opinion, they need a defensive coach. They can score goals, yes. They've shown they can score goals, but they're leaking way too many goals. And I just don't think Lampard is gonna, you know, is gonna give to.
Okay, so if Lampard goes, do you believe that he will stop them from getting relegated, or no?
I believe that Lampard is possibly waiting to see what's happening with Tuchel and Chelsea, and he's going to try and show his worth at Everton, so that if Tuchel does just
wait, no, Magpies.
No,
that bridge has been burnt. He's not coming back.
Not necessarily.
No.
Just
Magpies necessarily.
Because if it all falls out, like let's say just all falls out, like maybe the beginning of next season, whatever. Or the end of this season, but maybe the beginning of next season, Chelsea will need an interim. And who better to get in as an interim than Frank Lampard doing bits at Everton? Do you see what I'm saying? So maybe I think Lampard still feels like he has unfinished business.
No.
So he will.
Lampard, his business is very much finished. It's over. It's done. Like, thank you. The business is it's finished. It's a done deal. Thank you, man. Thank you. No, look. You can come back in 20 years' time. 20 years' time. Come back in 20 years' time. But in the near future, relax. From your boy JKA550, HH, I give it up, JKA, man. HH, people have damaged Solskjaer's name so much that he wasn't even in contention for the Everton job. You see, my thing is, Solskjaer, his United tenure didn't put him in the best possible light, because that job always felt like he was sort of being cradled, and he was just sort of in a comfort zone, and it was very much about vibes. It never really felt as if, oh wow, guy is doing amazing managerial stuff. It was about sentiment. And I think people got caught up in sentiment, and the fear was always that once he eventually got sacked, which he did, it was always going to be very difficult for him to get back to a stage in which he can now sort of now be considered a top. Because if you're a club in trouble, you're looking for a manager, why would you look at Solskjaer? What has Solskjaer done, or what management has he shown that this guy can be a good manager for us? The Solskjaer United thing was just like, oh, he understands United, and that is how he's going through. To the point of where it was now revealed that he didn't take training. He just left training to Carrick and so forth. So he didn't even really have a very hands-on approach where he can now show his managerial skills. So, unfortunately, it is what it is. It is what it is. From your boy David Seaman, who says, to be fair, I've been supporting FC United instead of MU. Who the hell are FC United?
I think they're at a conference team.
David C, you're a United fan, which means that I will clown you for being a United fan, man. Relax. From Yasir Saeed, Yan said, HH, I'm going to be honest. One of the most amazing games I ever witnessed is the miracle at Camp Nou. I still can't believe it happened and how it happened. Again, Magpies, man. Again, I don't want to spoil anything for you in the Neymar documentary, but obviously they do talk about it. And when they talk about it from Neymar's perspective and so forth, and when you just look back at like, that thing was stupid. Like where were you when that game happened? I was at work.
I think I was. What was I doing?
Yeah, so basically, it was me
studying,
and my colleague in the office, because we were working late. And my colleague, I think, wanted Barca to win, and obviously I wanted PSG to win. And we were watching it.
Yeah, I think as I was studying, I was watching it with some flatmates and stuff, and I think everyone was just like, of course, it's not going to happen. There's no way that they can turn it around. And it kind of, it's weird because I know PSG have been better, but I just think that's still like a stain on their history. You know, that just can't get away.
LSG was born. Like that was the birth of LSG. You know, I mean, we'll definitely talk about it more on the weekend. But like seeing it again, I was like, because Marco, like that. Do you realize that they needed 3 goals in the 87th minute?
Yeah.
In the 8th. One, it was the 87th minutes. They still needed 3. It is insane. Look, man, football is amazing, man. David say, oh, sorry, I think I already read that, man. So let's go on to our next topic. I think this is our last one. Now, Spurs were not. It's not all bad. Spurs is not all bad, man. Here's the thing right here. I think this guy is real good. He's a real good player. And I don't know why he'd want to be sold. Oh, sorry, I don't know why Juventus would want to sell him, because I think this is a really, really good player. But Tottenham are going in for him. And here's my thing. This is the point I wanted to make. If Tottenham failed to buy him and they failed in this window, I personally speaking do not understand how Levy can even show his face. I don't know how Levy can even show his face. Because if you're saying that in this window, which I think is very crucial for Tottenham trying to do something in the league and so forth, and they sign no one, it will be insane, man. So, Magpies, man, Spurs, they've been rejected, they've been abused, and they've been disgraced. Everybody rejecting them. Surely, these guys can get Kulusevski. But would Juve want to sell him when this guy is actually one of their best attacking players?
Well, what's the agreement so far? Like, what's the how much did Spurs need to cough up?
Wait, let me research that now because I'm not. I think that they're just looking at an inquiring.
Because if it's an inquiry, we're also got to think about like how much time is left. Because at Spurs, I mean, it's going into Saturday now. The deadline is on. So we're talking.
I think there's an inquiry. I mean, look, it's
they've got 2 days to potentially make a deal, and it's always difficult. It's easier if the player obviously wants to leave or wants to go on loan or is out of favor or last year of his contract. But if this player is none of those, then actually cracking out a deal is going to take a lot of time. So I'd be very surprised, unless Spurs' recruitment are on fire in the next 2 days for them to be able to organize a deal.
Okay, so loan with obligation to buy.
Okay, yeah. So I think that is a bit more straightforward to organize. Like if it's a loan and he wants to leave, and then he gets it. But yeah, if they don't get this guy, Conte, I think that I think Conte will do an intern, will just be like, yeah, I'm gone, and just decide to just walk.
I think like if this does because I think they said like it's like a double swoop for him and Benson Cole. If Tottenham end up not buying anybody in this window, like Conte may be like, yeah, screw this, bro.
Would you take Conte back at Chelsea?
No.
If Tuchel doesn't
no.
Not at all.
No. A guy who intentionally trying to tank a season because he was looking for a severance package is a guy I want no dealings with.
Okay? So
I want no dealings with that dude, man.
So you'd rather Lampard over Conte? If you had to pick one, Lampard or Conte?
Conte. If I had to choose, I'd neither. I don't want to either of them, but if I had to choose, Conte, because he's just a better manager. But I'd rather anybody. So if we have 0 sign, no, but see, but you know what the issue is? I think Spurs fans have to realize who they have in charge. Levy doesn't give a damn about football. I don't think he even likes football. You see, Alan Sugar was a football fan. He actually likes football. Alan Sugar. Levy, he doesn't. And he's made it very clear that, no, I'm a businessman. And my thing is that people say, you're just sort of assuming. Look at the Tottenham documentary. I think there's a moment where he says that, running a business is very hard and very tough. And just look at how he was talking and his demeanor. It's a guy that is just focused on business. Why would you spend so much money on a stadium, make a partnership with the NFL, whereas that money could have been used to spot? Look at all the money that you spent on that stadium. The stadium is amazing. I've seen the stadium. It's an incredible stadium. But that money could have been put into building a really good team and a really good squad that can actually help to win trophies.
I mean, you can even think about it. They could have potentially even sold Harry Kane for, anywhere between 100 to 150 million and use that to invest in the rest of the squad. But they didn't. And obviously they're letting their ingoings go. But like I said, man, I just I don't get it.
I'm hearing as well that Ndombele, they want to get him out.
Exactly.
He's leaving. Lo
Celso is leaving, which I'm surprised by.
All these guys are going. Who's coming in?
Do you think that when because I appreciate that Conte and Levy, there might be potentially some like language like barrier issues potentially. So do you think that when they had the conversation that when Conte, when they're speaking, when he misheard when he was told that he was like, we're going to give you money, to buy player. What it meant was, it's like he was trying to say, no, I'm going to get money from selling player, and maybe that was the mistranslation. I don't know.
Get money for player.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Right here.
Yes.
Money
Exactly.
for player. Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, Mathwise. If that's true, then Levy has to be like he has to be arrested.
Yeah.
Like
because you know
Levy really used language barrier.
Yeah, because you know they have like translators, you know. So maybe there was like a translator. I'm not saying that.
Do you know what was so bad? I'm so sorry. Do you know what's so bad?
Yeah.
Conte has actually come out and said that okay, this team isn't good enough. It's going to take at least 2 or 3 years for these guys to even compete with the likes of Chelsea, City, Liverpool, and so forth. But my thing though is Levy isn't interested in winning. This man is not interested. He's like, this is a business. And which is and here's the key thing. It goes back to the fans. You know how people say, "Oh, fans boycott, don't buy the merchandise, don't buy the tickets." Cool, that's just a vocal minority. The majority of fans, this is their thing. Like I remember my friend, he's a massive Arsenal fan. He basically, because he has a season ticket, he basically gave me a ticket to go and watch like an Arsenal preseason game and so forth. So I was like, oh, this is cool. And when I went there, bro, do you know it was like being in a picnic or so forth. Like there was this like family in front of me. They weren't even watching the game. They're just talking amongst themselves. So I'm like, these guys who like will boycott. Cool, you'll boycott. But the vast majority are gonna go. Because their thing is that, hey, I'm just a Tottenham fan. I just watch Tottenham. Win, lose, or draw. This is just the thing that I do. So for guys, it's just your pastime, like going to restaurants, going to cinema, just your pastime. So you don't really care win, lose, or draw. Hey, we stick with Tottenham regardless. And Levy is sort of just using that as a thing of like, no, it's like crack or drugs. They're always going to come back.
Of course.
They need it.
Of course. And now you obviously got a big South Korea contingent as well. Obviously with Son Heung-min as well.
So always show.
We'll follow where Son goes.
So Levy's like, look, these guys are never going to leave. I can go through windows buying nobody. Yes, they'll complain and so forth. The guys complaining, that's a vocal minority. The majority are, this is Tottenham, and my life is about going to Tottenham and supporting Tottenham, and that's it.
And the thing is, we've always known that. It's just that I'm just very surprised that Conte somehow managed to agree this job when he left Inter Milan because they were selling his players and weren't going to back him, and now he's joined a Spurs job, which he initially rejected. People forget, because he literally said he didn't see that Spurs had any real ambition or direction where they were going, or didn't agree with the project. So we always said, how did he then decide to rejoin Spurs? Like, what changed? And I've still yet to see what exactly has changed with Spurs, other than the fact that, like I said, maybe they hired a translator. I don't know. That's the only thing.
The translator thing is possible, and it's hilarious. Yeah. My other thing is that they offered him a huge amount of money.
Even for a huge amount of money, man, as well. Like, it's just.
No, Marcus, come on.
I mean,
like, I'm out of work. I'll do it, but if for what? I'm only going to be here for a year. So for a year, you're going to offer me this much? Fine. I'll take it. Like, let me just make this money and I'm out. Let me just make this bread and I'm out. So obviously, he obviously wants a manager that's Levy doesn't give a damn whether Tottenham win for him. Is like, just get into the chance because I need that money for the Champions League. I don't care about trophies. So let me just get a manager, because for him is like, I want to reduce costs as much as possible. And I would want to reduce costs. So I'm not going to overspend on anyone. I just always want to reduce costs. So so let me bring in this. I think this is the fake Juju man. Bruno Guimarães is handsome, no chance of flopping. That's the fake Juju man. That's the fake Juju. That is not the real Juju man. From Wing Wuban, it says, nothing eclipses Ngolo carrying Brick FC to the CL. No, look, I mean, when you now look at how trash these guys are right now, what Kante did was incredible. What he did was incredible. What he did was incredible, man. Bombasta Blaster says, Muller is arguably in the best form of his career. He's coming for that top 5 greatest modern generation. Gets Germany 4, Argentina 0, Germany 4, Portugal 0. You're welcome. And speaking of, I'm going to come back to this whole thing because I want to talk about Muller. Half-Hope steps on, says, Dad, why do you have Dixon cider? Hashtag come stop bleaching.
Come home, stop bleaching.
Come home, stop bleaching. I'm not coming home anyway because I don't know who the hell you are. All right, so So you can say bleach or whatever. I don't know who you are, bro. And I have no baby mamas. I have no freaking stepsons. So I don't know what any of you guys are about. So I want to talk about, before we get off here, I want to talk about a few tweets, man. Let's talk about some tweets, man. Let's have some tweets. There's nothing.
Oh, wait a minute. Go back to that. I think, bro, I think you were baited, man.
How was I baited?
Was it the previous super chat?
I did get baited. When we're banning. This is not.
I see you got baited, man. Not the username, but the actual. Read it again.
Dad, why you got? Wait. Dixon. Wait, I don't get it. Dixon side.
It's.
Oh, Dixon. Oh.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, bro.
You guys are sad, man. You guys are sad, man. You guys. I mean, grow up, man. Grow up, man. I grow up. That's sad, man. Bro, it's like how like Bart Simpson always, when he makes that to that guy in the bar.
the telephone, like Mo's time.
Abris first says Newcastle should get Gasperini for the manager. No, look, this guy is doing all right. No, I think that because England don't normally produce really good managers. I think this Bournemouth dude, I think he's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
I do like him as a manager.
Bro, the plan is Eddie Howe for 2 years. Wait for that Roma contract to expire, and then get Jose Mourinho in. Get Jose Mourinho in, and he's going to take, and then by that time, we're going to be spending like megamucks, getting like marquee signings, and then suddenly, Jose will live. Mourinho will live at Newcastle. Like he will, like
your point is to come back, man.
He will live, and then like people are talking about Pep and stuff like, right, but if Jose Mourinho has a Newcastle manager with like unlimited funds, then he'll be back.
Okay, then we'll see. Let's. I want to bring on some tweets, man. Some tweets. So, first of all, just like a little amusing one, because I want to see because I can almost name everyone here, but not everyone fully. Okay. Now I can see PK and Busquets. Who are the guys at the side? I don't know who those guys at the side are. Streets, help us out.
Who are the guys at the sides?
Yeah. Who are the guys at the far left? Is that Alba? Is Alba on the far right? Who are the guys at the far left and on the far right?
I mean, is one of them Iniesta? Is maybe the one on the right in the right Iniesta?
Then who's the one on the far left then?
Oh, so you were saying Alba.
Yeah,
Alba,
and Roberto
and Jordi Alba.
So Roberto is far left. Yeah. Okay. I think
and Jordi Alba,
Roberto is far left and Alba is far right. Bro, look at Busquets, man.
Jeez, man. I mean, you can make a case that's Busquets now. So like just given his performance.
Yeah, Jordi Alba and Sergio Roberto, man. Oh, man. That's crazy. And another one. And I think this goes to
is this the DM that was sent?
Yeah, no. I think one is okay. Yeah, this another one, but oh Lord, what's it called? What are we doing? It's 2052, and Chelsea finally agreed a deal to sign 54-year-old Ousmane Dembele.
It looks pretty good for 54, man.
Not bad, man. He does. That's good. I mean, I know that for 54, that's fine, man. For 54, that's
the funny.
Do you know what I always say?
Yeah.
Cristiano is going to be playing at 54. My thing is that if there's even a hint of somebody defeating his Champions League record, he's going to come out of retirement.
I mean, people talking about it like Cristiano, like Zlatan Ibrahimovic is still playing. And he's playing in Serie A for AC Milan, and he's older than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Is he 40 or 41?
No, Zlatan he's not 40 yet. He must be in his late 30s, 39. Like, and he's just doing year-on extensions at AC Milan. So I mean, and he went to the MLS, came back to Serie A, and he's like playing for AC Milan at the highest level. So
now, what do you think about this, man? Because people have If you think
Oh no, he's Zlatan is 40. Oh,
he's 40.
He is 40 now, man. Jeez, Ibra is 40 years old, man. I'm playing for AC Milan.
Oh, yep.
I could see Ibra going to, because the thing is, this is the thing about Ibra though, is that Ibra could still leave Serie A and go to the MLS and still ball.
Yeah. Oh no, for
that's
sure.
That's the thing, you know. So
that's 40. Yeah. Now, what do you think about this though? So this is most assists in Europe's top 5 leagues since August 2018. So 41 assists, Sancho, Bundesliga mainly. I didn't know that. Philip Kostic, Trent, wow, Messi, 64. Now, these are people are 60. I said that this is amazing, and people need to talk about this even more because I think this relates back to this dub from Bombas Blasterman, who says that one has actually been in the best form of his career. But because I said this is an amazing thing that has to be talked about, but then people said Lewandowski. Most of these assists are to Lewandowski, and Lewandowski is a super amazing goal scorer. So should we still give those assists that much praise? But at the same time, at the end of the day, Muller is still the guy supplying him. And my thing about assists are, I need to know. Because you know that not all assists are the same. You giving a guy a square pass and him hitting a 40-yarder is not the same as you giving a through ball to a guy that gives him a 1v1 opportunity. Like the pass that Xavi made to Alba in the Euro 2012 final, that is an amazing assist. For me, that's an assist. But the pass that
or like the pass that Mount made to Havertz to score the winning CL goal,
the pass that Mount gave to Havertz, is that the same kind of assist as the pass that Xavi made to Alba? It isn't, because Mount, it was just a very basic pass, and Havertz had to still dribble past homeboy. So Mount's pass didn't actually create anything for thingy. It was just straight through because homeboy didn't even play freaking DM. So we have to look at the quality of the assists. I mean, but your thoughts on this, though?
I mean, I've always said that Thomas Muller has been criminally underrated. Maybe because he's just not flashy, he's not outspoken. I don't know, but you know, for club and country, he's been massively. I mean, obviously, Bayern fans appreciate him, but like, I just think that in the general football community, because he doesn't like, I don't know, like moonwalk, maybe I just don't know, like or dye his hair. He doesn't draw attention to himself, and he's. I mean, I think there was one season. I think it was the season before last where like he had a pretty major dip in form and wasn't great. And his Euros this year, I don't think were particularly special.
He missed that 1v1.
Exactly, you know. So, but you know, overall, like he's still a very solid player. And if Bayern are going to be competing for the CL, you know, so although I know obviously, I don't know, people keep on telling me that what I was told anyway, that you don't fear anybody team wise. So I assume you don't fear.
I fear after Chelsea. I fear after the way Lukaku is moving.
No,
and Pulisic, I fear a lot of people.
Because I was like, oh, hashtag, you know, like I fear no one type of thing. So I'm assuming that
right I'm very fearful.
Okay.
I'm very fearful. It's like the exercise I am. I'm very fearful, bro. So relax.
Okay. Okay.
So from your boy Casey, my thing about Casey, just found out that Lukaku played for KFC Winter. Did he? What the hell is it? What the hell is a KFC Winter?
I'm assuming it's a club sponsored by KFC.
It's not sponsored by KFC. No. Oh, there is a club called KFC Winston, and they're based in Belgium.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully, that KFC is not related to Kentucky Fried Chicken. Okay.
Hopefully, Eden Hazard doesn't know because he's Belgium as well.
Imagine how much if we find out that he actually played for like Hazard played for KFC Winter.
Oh jeez! Do you dare type it in Google? Did Hazard?
No. I won't. Now, Red Devil, are you ready to almost choke?
No, but
now don't make sure you're not drinking anything, and make sure that's not thinking that, because what I'm going to put up might shock you. Streets, you've been warned. The image I'm about to pull up might shock you. Do not get any kind of sharp objects around you, and just be very wary, because I'm going to pull up an image that I think might blow your minds, because this is quite frankly ridiculous, man. Okay. So let's now pull this up now. And also, guys, streets, relax. Stop saying pause. You know what I meant, like weirdos, man.
Buffon 44 once more. If it seems out on the World Cup, I'll try to aim for the next one. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm still in great shape at 48. So basically, is Buffon basically saying that like he intends to play at, or wants to be a part of the Italian World Cup team? Was he part of the Euros team, Buffon?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
He wasn't a starting keeper, obviously, but he wasn't a number 3 keeper.
No, I don't think so.
Because obviously, if he was, then he technically has the Euros as well. No, yeah, people are saying that he's not. So then the only reason this doesn't make sense is if, like, much like, because we're seeing Mancini brought up Balotelli. Like, is he calling up Buffon as well? Like, other than that, I don't get the statement. Though.
I mean, like, I think you're missing my point. Read the last sentence again.
I wouldn't be surprised if I'm still in great shape at 48.
That's 2 years away from 50.
Yes.
Now, Magpies.
Yeah.
We both come from a culture where we are taught to respect our elders.
Mm.
And our elders are very important in our community and in our culture.
Mm.
So I have to be respectful here. If Buffon plays for Italy at 48 years old, I think I may be done with football as a sport. Because that isn't really ridiculous. That's offensive. Because this is why I said that. Look, what if he collapses? Who do you now blame?
But he's not going to display Donnarumma, though, is he? Like, that's not going to happen. So
no, he won't. What if Donnarumma has a red card and is injured, and he now has to step in, and then he goes to make a save, makes a save, and then he then collapses and he can't move? Now what?
I mean, he's still a pretty good shot stopper. You still have him in a penalty shootout, maybe. You know, to have him in a penalty shootout. You know, just.
Again, I told you because I wouldn't be respectful here. And Buffon is one of the greatest keepers we've ever seen. 100%. His legacy says he's one of the greatest keepers we've ever seen, hands down, freaking down. But
I mean, come on. But bro, I mean, even as a Chelsea fan, man, you know, if you think about, like, you know, Kepa's going to be going soon. You know, if this man is looking for another club, like, and you want to bring attention to the Chelsea Football Club, why not sign this guy? Why not sign Buffon?
No.
Is that without this? Is that not you know? You guys were calling for Petr to come back in nets with how bad things were getting. So why not an experienced player like Buffon?
No. I think we're good. I think basically for Buffon, I respect his diligence.
Okay.
And his ability to go for this long. I really appreciate that. But I just, because do you know why this is fearful, Magpies? Do you know that Cristiano is gonna? I don't know when Cristiano is ever gonna retire. When he does retire, you know that he's gonna come out of retirement if Haaland comes close to breaking his record.
Mm-hmm.
He will come out of retirement for sure.
Mm-hmm.
My thing though is, bro, like, if you're 48 and you're still, because father time is father time. I get that goalkeepers don't work out as much and so forth. I get that. But now, if you want to play in Serie B or Serie C at 48, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have a 48-year-old playing at a World Cup or in the Champions League.
I mean, what is? I mean, in fact, maybe that's a good trivia. Like the oldest player to play at a World Cup and the oldest player to play in the Champions League.
Oldest player, I know it was Roger Miller, and I think he was 40 in the '94 World Cup.
World Cup.
Yeah, '94 World Cup. Roger Miller for Cameroon, and I think he was either 40 or 41.
So oldest player. Well, it says oldest goal scorer was obviously Francesco Totti, but who's the oldest actual player?
I think it's Miller. It has to be Roger, I'm pretty sure it's Roger Miller.
So the Roger Miller playing in the Champions League?
Oh no! Well, he didn't play the Champions League, but he was the oldest player at the World
in the World Cup. Yeah, definitely Roger Miller for World Cup. I'm just wondering what the for the Champions League and then maybe even for Serie A, because I'd be very surprised if because Serie A tends to have quite a lot of players. So because Francesco Totti,
I don't think that there was anybody older than 40 who's played in the Champions League. I don't think there's been anyone older than 40. No way.
I don't think.
Look, bro, if he's still rolling and is able to say what's up at 48, I'm like, okay, man, all credit to you, bro. All credit to you. All credit to you. Like, I won't hate, man. Like, I won't hate. If he's still able to say what's up at 48, I won't hate, man. No way. I will give the guy that credit. I'll give the guy that
Marco Bellotta. He was 43 years when he played in the Champions League.
Why? What year was this?
Is that December 2007?
Oh wow, okay. Wait, for who? Yeah. Was that for Juve? For who?
For Lazio.
Oh wow.
Lazio at 43. So Buffon is actually second.
Guys, yeah, man. No. Italy, they show appreciation for their older dudes, man. Shout out to your boy David T, man. Thank you for the dub, David, man. He says they should stick a VR headset on him to make him believe he's at the Euros. While they should.
Oh man! Oh, that's harsh, man. That's harsh.
Have you heard of the Metaverse?
Yes, I've heard of it. Yes, yeah.
I think it's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And like, it's like I think they say you can actually feels like you're actually in these actual games. So I think they say like in several years' time, you can actually buy a ticket to actually be at the World Cup through the Metaverse. And trust me, maybe as Buffon gets older and maybe he starts to get like dementia or so forth and is unaware of his surroundings, you just put a VR headset on him and Buffon they say, guys, you thought I wanted to make it, I'm here right now.
Yeah.
Or really, bro, it's in the Matrix. But look,
imagine the Champions League as well. He'll be able to celebrate. He'll be able to celebrate a Champions like a CL win with Juventus. Like could be like they're lifting the trophy, being like, yes, yeah. We're joking, man. But
like, he tweets out an image of people holding the.
We're joking, bro, man. But the thing is, this is the worrying thing about things like the metaverse and stuff. Is that like it.
He's so desperate for the UCL stats.
Yeah, man.
They just create a program.
Yeah.
I just put him inside a metaverse where they just create a story where he basically wins the champ. He basically scores, saves the main thing, and it's like, wow, I won it. And so, and the fact that he's stuck in the metaverse, so everything around him is built in with the fact of like Juve have won a CL. So basically, in the real world, Juve are still trying to get past the quarterfinals.
This is the problem with the metaverse system, is that like the scary thing about this is just that like it's that like what becomes real anymore, because you might end up being that the people think the metaverse is more real than the real world.
Funny thing is, what if someone kidnaps Cristiano and then they put him inside the metaverse? And they created a scenario where Portugal win the World Cup and so forth. And then he's basically crying, blah blah, he's amazing and everything. And he then unplugged and said, Cristiano, it was all fake. You know, actually try and actually stab someone.
That sounds sick, man. That sounds incredibly.
He makes like a long Instagram post about how this is for my fans and everything like that. And everything I could do is I finally completed my achievement of doing it for my lovely Portugal and everything. And then basically, it's me. I basically
wow. The ultimate revenge of HH on the player that he hates the most. Like, geez. The thing is, you know what's gonna, the thing is, you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. He's gonna get his revenge on you, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna basically go back to 2009 and rewrite the Barca Chelsea thing, where Chelsea actually go through against Barcelona and go and win the CL. And he'll play that. He'll play that. And then he'll unplug it and go, you never won it. The referee conned you.
Wait, hold on. Your boy Casey Man says, if Portugal doesn't qualify, I don't know, because this is what I'm trying to explain to you guys here. And this is no joke. And I laugh it for now. This time I'm being serious. Cristiano, if Portugal doesn't qualify, Cristiano is going to be at 2030. Now, the only issue is this. It's in America. And even apparently, better. He can't step foot on American soil. Do your Googles as to why. I will not tell you why, but if you do your Googles, he can't step onto it. But that's fine. What's next? 2034. He'll be there. He'll be there. Yeah. Trust me. Christian, I will not be surprised if 48-year-old Cristiano has come out of retirement to play. I will not be surprised. Your boy Abdul Razak Al-Habt says, Arsenal really signed goalkeeper Munchma Kuchi from USA. No, they didn't. Abdul, you're banned for that. Abdul, you're banned. Abdul, you're banned. Even if you're not sure, you absolute piece of crap. Abdul, you're banned. That's a red card. That's a red card. I'm giving you a red card. You absolute a-hole. Abdul, you are a loser. Abdul, you are a freaking loser.
Bro,
you are sad. I hope Barca fail. I'm going to become a Napoli fan. I support Chelsea and I support Napoli. I hope Napoli beat the crap out of Barca. Try and get back into one of these hangouts. You try and get back into one of these hangouts. Look at this. I know I was about to actually Google it. I was saying, because I wanted to clown myself about it.
Wow.
Abdul, you are a sad man.
You're about to Google it, man.
You're a sad loser, man. You are an absolute sad loser.
The baiting is getting worse on this channel.
You're a sad loser. You absolute loser. Man, F you, man. Piece of shit, man. You know what? Misbe Nation, man. If you watch the anime Sword Art Online, then it's basically the Metaverse. If something goes wrong, we will be. Oh, god damn. Oh wow. I'll view that. So that if something goes wrong, we'll be trapped in there. That's scary, bro. Like, but we know that that's what's going to be the next. Like, the ultimate video game console, I say, is going to be VR, where you're not playing GTA, you're in GTA. Like you're in Devil May Cry, you're in like Uncharted. And do you know how crazy? And the crazy thing is that, bro, imagine if you're actually stuck in the Metaverse, bro.
Oh no, I genuinely think I genuinely think people will prefer, because this is what I said before about the idea of reality versus reality. Like when virtual reality becomes like almost like reality, like the line between both becomes blurred, and so people, you will literally see people because for example, like people talk to people online, create online accounts, personas, etc. And there's something behind them. So the same thing will be carried over to the Metaverse, where people will create real life personifications of themselves, and I suspect that people will have more of a life. Like people have more of a life online than they do in real life. It's the same thing. They'll have more of a life there.
Will prefer to be like, bro. Way more people will prefer to be living inside this fake world than inside the real world. 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Especially if you already spend a lot of your time online anyway. It's like, well, hang on a minute. I can go, like, I can literally from my own house, I can go and watch a movie. I can go to the World Cup. I can go to watch football games. I can do whatever I want aside from eat and poop.
Yeah, but did you hear? Like, I think there was this couple in South Korea, World of Warcraft, where this couple spends so much time on World of Warcraft. I think it was either World of Warcraft or StarCraft, but I think it was World of Warcraft. They spent so much time playing it, they actually forgot to feed their kid, and the kid basically died of starvation.
Yeah,
insane.
Yeah, no,
Something freaking insane.
Yeah,
Just where Milan manager says that I talked to Lukaku yesterday about his favorite season. He said that he likes spring. Or Lord's winter. Do you know that Lukaku will never be able to live this down?
Oh no.
Like, and do you know why it is? It's because of the interview and how crap he's playing. Yeah. People will continue to dog him for these Inter things always, man. But that was a good one, Windsor. Casey says that HH, you're a scholar. Also review Attack on Titan and Peacemaker. I have no idea what's happening in Attack on Titan because that story confuses me, but I will try. I've watched the first episode of Peacemaker and I'll watch the rest. Also, by the way, don't watch Boba Fett. Boba Fett is a piece of crap and Disney stink. So guys, we're coming at it. So guys, we're going to be on Twitch. Pro Clubs, man. Join us afterwards in about maybe an hour's time. We're going to be doing an all-nighter on Twitch for Pro Clubs. So join us for that beautiful fun. And also as well, guys, view my other channel, Half Up Sort. Me and Red Devil Studio, we did a little Goku versus Superman battle. And also, as I said, we're not releasing that Storm versus Wonder Woman thing, but that's a bit released. We're gonna do other ones as well, but Storm and thingy that ain't happening, bro. That ain't happening. So, guys, man, I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow on the Hangouts from 11 p.m. GMT. Open Hangouts. All people are invited, man. So, any final words, Magpie?
Newcastle, man.
And final words from me, Marina. You best sign someone before February 1st, man. Peace.